Live, local, late breaking. This is Newswatch 12 at 6.
Governor Tina Kotek is calling for a special session to address the transportation system emergency as several agencies face massive federal funding cuts. Thanks for joining us for Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Samantha Cadera. Cuts to Oregon Department of Transportation and the Rogue Valley Transportation District will soon impact our local roads and travel. Newswatch 12's Grace Ritz has more on this developing story.
After an ongoing battle with the loss of government funding and lawsuits, the Rogue Valley Transportation District has announced their plans for service reductions and possible layoffs. The proposed reductions include the elimination of routes like 1X, 17, and 30, as well as a reduction of operating hours starting September 2nd. These reductions will affect routes all across the Rogue Valley. Julie Brown, the general manager of Rogue Valley Transportation District, spoke to me about who they think are going to be the most affected.
For us, we have a lot of people that have no other choice. Their choice is transit. When you look at that, that is the largest percent, but then you start adding in all the students, you start adding in the workers, you start adding in all these different people of different walks, and there's different reasons for all of this.
On top of the community, those working at the transportation district are at risk of losing jobs. Brown says 64 out of 138 employees are at risk of being laid off due to these funding cuts. Rogue Valley Transportation District will hold a public hearing tomorrow at 5:30 where members of the community and staff can vocalize their opinions and solutions.
Your voice matters. So when you talk to your legislator, either your state or your federal legislator, and you talk to them about how this impacts me, it makes a difference.
In Medford, I'm Grace Ritz.
Kotek's special legislative session comes after the state legislature wrapped up its session without passing a transportation funding bill, which ODOT says would cause layoffs and closures of 12 maintenance stations. The special session will begin August 29th. Now let's turn over to Storm Tracker 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman. Matt, what can we expect for our week?
Well, at this point, the big story is going to be thunderstorms, especially as the week progresses. Yes. Take a look outside right now, though. We're seeing fairly quiet conditions in most spots, a bit hotter temperatures. After the nice cool down we had yesterday, we're up to 90 degrees in Medford. It's 79 in Klamath Falls, 85 in Wairika, 63 along the coast in Gold Beach, seeing some bright skies after contending with the marine layer clouds and fog for a good chunk of the day. 63 degrees in Gold Beach. We're at 57 in Brookings, but inland 87 in Montague. It's 90 in Grants Pass. And we're sitting at 79 degrees in Lakeview. We're going to bump temperatures up a bit even more for tomorrow. Keeping an eye on the potential for some isolated thunderstorms into this evening. We've had a few cells getting going, one to the northeast of Chiloquin, a couple of cells into Lake County, and then to the southeast of McDowell, a shower getting going. No lightning being detected just yet, but that potential of a few isolated thunderstorms possible at least through about sunset or so, and then skies will clear inland as we head through tonight, down to 61 degrees in Medford, 49 in Klamath Falls. A cool start to tomorrow, but it is going to be a hotter day in the afternoon, up to 97 degrees in Grants Pass, 96 in Medford, dry conditions expected. There is another slight chance of a thunderstorm, mainly isolated activity along and east of the Cascades and into Northern California. So for Klamath Falls, Wairika, a stray thunderstorm possible for tomorrow, anywhere really in the green shaded area, but then thunderstorm chances looking to be more widespread. They'll be fairly isolated tomorrow, but expecting numerous storms to fire up for parts of the region as we head into Thursday. I'll have more details on those storm chances coming up.
The Pacific Rimble is just days away, and the week is continuing right now with the Kitchell Games at Ashland High School. Joining us live from Ashland High School are Luke Doughton and Oscar Rodriguez. Luke, Oscar, it's a good day to be out on the turf, and the games are just getting started.
That's right, Sam. Beautiful out here today at Ashland High School. We got 5 teams here at South Valley Wolfpack, which is that combination of Ashland and Phoenix, as well as North and South Medford, Eagle Point, and the Japanese All-Star team. They're just kicking off the second half of these games behind us right now. We've also had that lineman strength challenge going on. They're actually out on the field carrying 45-pound plates in both hands, walking all the way up and down, their teammates behind them cheering them on. Or getting back into that 7-on-7 action right now. That's not the only thing that happened though today, Oscar. You were at another event for the Pacific Rimble earlier today.
Correct, Luke. I was at that PRB Peace ceremonial where they had a lot of keynote speakers from Japan talking about their experience, but as well, they really mentioned about the Pacific Rimble as just not just a game. It's more, creating a friendship, building that friendship through the love of football. The PRB Peace Ceremony was held today in Lithia Park in Ashland. Several people were in attendance from Ashland and Phoenix School District to the players from the South Valley Wolfpack and Japan All-Star, and cultural dances from the Elbow Room Taiko to Ballet Folklorico. All this leading to the Pacific Rimble this Friday.
It's young people showing the world how respect and teamwork and shared values can bridge oceans.
Throughout the ceremony, many speakers emphasized this is more than just a football game.
The Pacific Rimble isn't just another matchup. It's a rare chance for athletes from 2 different countries, 2 different cultures to come together, face off, and walk away with lifelong memories.
A special guest speaker was in attendance, Hideko Tamura, a Hiroshima survivor and lifelong activist who shared her happiness of this Pacific Bowl tradition, highlighting this allows both cultures to learn from one another.
Learning from each other and from different cultures, the fighting, but loving and caring and empathy at the same time.
Her and many other speakers told their life experiences being in Japan. For captain of the Japan All-Stars team, Kosei Kihara, said the ceremony helped them learn more about the past.
They reminded me that history is not just something in textbooks. It's something we carry forward with our actions.
Nonetheless, all this to remember.
It won't just be who wins or loses. It'll be about honoring the spirit, unity, and sportsmanship.
Luke, I know we've been covering the Pacific Rimble events going on this whole week. I think one of the favorite moments for me is actually meeting the Japanese team, just getting to know a little bit more about them, the culture. We were going to have them live, but they have the game. So unfortunately, I really wanted them here.
Oscar was really excited for that.
They're going to go a little meme, a little dance. Don't judge my moves now, Sam, okay? But they're going to show me some moves, and I really wanted them to show me on TV.
I know, they brought the energy the whole week, and it's really brought out a lot of energy from all the guys that are from the Rogue Valley as well, which has been really, really fun to see. So coming up in sports, stick around. I'm going to have some video of the games. We're also going to hear from a player as well. So that's coming up during sports. But for now, live in Ashland, I'm Luke Doughton.
And I'm Oscar Rodriguez. Back to you, Sam.
Luke, Oscar, thank you so much. And on to a crime alert. Marion Spence, who is accused of murdering a 3-year-old in Happy Camp, was scheduled to appear in court this morning. In his pretrial conference, the judge filed to continue his case on August 5th. In his last court appearance on June 18th, Spence pled not guilty to his charges. If he is found guilty, he will face life without parole or even in the death sentence. A closer look at Spence's charges can be found on our website. And the man arrested in Saturday's shooting along I-5 was indicted this afternoon on charges related to the incident. Devanta Mader faces several charges, including attempted murder, attempted assault, and criminal mischief. Mader is next scheduled to appear in court on July 28th. And new details on Mader's arrest. The Eagle Point Police Department says their new drone assisted in locating him after he fled on foot. On Saturday, a request for a drone was made after it was reported the suspect was shooting at officers, and Eagle Point Police responded with their drone that was recently obtained through City County Insurance. The drone was used to locate the suspect after officers lost sight of him, avoiding the risk of ambush. Mader surrendered after spotting the drone, allowing officers to safely arrest him. And today, legendary rocker Ozzy Osbourne has died at the age of 76. His family says he passed away surrounded by loved ones. Known as the Prince of Darkness, Osbourne helped define heavy metal music and captivated generations with his sound and persona. Osbourne co-founded Black Sabbath in 1968 in Birmingham, England, launching a decades-long career that would change the face of rock.
How's your mobility these days?
Not great, but I mean, I have to negotiate everywhere I'm going to go, and I tire easily. But I'm well. Right. My family have been absolutely wonderful while I've been laid up.
Diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2019, Osbourne continued to perform and connect with fans, even reuniting with Black Sabbath just weeks ago for a farewell concert in his hometown. He once said being on stage made his spirit come alive. Ozzy Osbourne leaves behind his wife Sharon, 6 children, and a music legacy that will live on for generations. And on to our fire watch. Firefighters took advantage of yesterday's cooler weather, making some progress on the Butler fire. Crews engaged in strategic firing operations last night to reduce available vegetation between fire and structures. Firefighters have also been working to control spot fires as the fire steadily grows to approximately 17,850 acres. Containment remains at 6% and several evacuation orders and warnings remain in place. And in Grants Pass, the Board Shanty fire is now 20% contained, and command is beginning to shift back to local ODF crews. The fire has no new growth, and firefighters are continuing to extinguish hotspots. The incoming incident commander says they're in a good place to wrap up the fire quickly. Crews are remaining vigilant for burning and rolling materials on slopes. And in appreciation of the work that firefighters do, the Brit Music and Arts Festival is offering discounted tickets to fire personnel. These discounts are for lawn tickets to shows on the 25th, the 29th, and the 31st. Each ticket will be $25, and each firefighter is limited to 4 per show. This is the second year Brit has offered discounted tickets to responders. And if you didn't get enough fair fun at the Jackson County Fair, you're in luck because tomorrow the Curry County Fair will be kicking off at Gold Beach. With local exhibits, live music, and carnival rides, you definitely won't want to miss it. Kids 12 and under get in for free, and tomorrow doors open at noon and close at 10:30 p.m. The fair runs till Saturday.